Yes, Lubna ma'am, you can start. Lubna ma'am, are you there? Lubna ma'am, are you there? Can you listen me, students? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry. Good
Yes,
morning.
ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Ranjit sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Acha, good morning, students. I hope you know that you have your presentations today.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope the group is ready.
Yes,
Now, I
ma'am.
want the group members to put their name and roll number on the chat. And Ranjit sir,
G.
please create an Excel sheet and put students' name FYB8 SEM2 and put their roll according to the university, put their names and roll numbers.
1 sec, huh?
Do that, I'll tell you. Do it today only, now only in front of us.
You want me to create a table, right?
How we create mark sheet?
हाँ जी मैम.
How we create mark sheet? हमने SLE का बनाए थे ना sheet?
Okay, एक मिनट.
Handouts, link, Zoom link वो हमने यूनिवर्सिटी को भेजाए थे SLE last year, last
एक
sem
मिनट.
में.
एक मिनट, वो देखा नहीं मैंने. पहले ये जो नंबर
हाँ,
दे रहे हैं पहले वो
वो
लोग कॉपी कर.
देख लो और मुझे फोन करो. I will start my lecture, sir, because I will not have
Yeah,
time.
you can start. You can start.
Yeah, so you call me on my phone, I'll answer. I'll just give them instruction, let them begin the presentation. Very good morning to all of you all.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
I hope you know that we have, you will see the timetable I've requested. Ma'am, I had sent the dates, requesting her to give me timetable for 2 lectures on the following dates. So we have a lecture on Saturday, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now today we'll have presentation and Saturday we'll have presentation, right? Are there any, first and foremost, we'll have a 40 minutes presentation. 45 minutes is okay, presenters?
Ma'am, I think 40 minutes will suffice, ma'am.
Of course, yes. 40 minutes हो जाएगा. नहीं हुआ मतलब 35 to 40 बस. Okay.
मैम 45 से 50 कर सकते हैं.
45.
Okay, one lecture, 45 to 50. Who will keep the time? I want the audience to keep the time since these 4 members. Have you all put it on the chat, the name and roll number?
Yes.
So that Ranjit sir will follow up with that. The other students, you all will be audience. You will jot down the points like a lecture in your notes. As you know, we do not repeat the SLE topics. It is assumed that it's a pure learning and we have understood. I hope I've made myself clear. Class, I want to listen from the class.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope my instructions are clear. The SLE topics will not be repeated. You will jot down as you jot down your pointers in your lecture. Okay, it will be a 45 to 50 minutes presentation. Each individual may differ depending on the topic. Okay, maybe the next group may require only 45 minutes. So minutes or time is not an issue. Followed by the presenters will only ask questions to the audience to know how much they have understood the evaluative question. I hope I'm clear with the presenter.
Yes.
Who's going to keep the timing? Who's going to keep the timing?
Ma'am, I'll keep Pooja.
Every time Pooja, no, I want someone else.
Shweta, will you keep the time for us?
Who is
Yes,
Shweta?
I can do that.
No, I don't want the girls.
Hamid,
No, I don't know why, but I have my favorite boys.
Hamid, will you be keeping the time for us?
Yes, ma'am, I'll do
No,
that.
हामिद मेरा फेवरेट बन गया, वो सुपर फेवरेट है. अब दूसरों को
हर्षवर्धन?
सुपर से ऊपर बनना है, तो अब दूसरे
Harshvardhan?
बोले.
How you want me to keep the time? I will, no problem.
Yes, ma'am. Harshvardhan will keep the time.
Harshvardhan also I know, he's very active.
Ma'am,
We can ask Nagraj.
अब तुम कन्विंस करो.
Nagraj,
तुम लोग माइनॉरिटी में हो.
I'm going out. I can't, sorry. Please ask Vishkan.
Who's that?
Tristan,
मेरे को तो दिखते ही नहीं है boys.
Ma'am, we can ask Akhil also. Akhil, are you there?
मेरे अखिल
Hello.
बेचारा हमेशा करता है ऐसा. भी सुपर से ऊपर है बेचारा.
Rajesh.
I have seen that change. Harshvardhan, I had seen the change. I want the other boys to come up now. Akhil has always been a part. I
Hamza,
want some
are you
other
on the
boys.
platform?
Hamza or
Hamza, Rajesh, anyone is there?
Yeah, ma'am, I'll keep the timing. Rajesh here.
Rajesh, I didn't know you wanted a special invite. I would have printed and sent you.
No, ma'am, it wasn't about special invitation, ma'am. Actually,
Then?
I was busy in something.
So busy in something means lecture is not important.
No, ma'am, the lecture was going on, but
Ah.
I had few work to do, so I was busy in that, ma'am. But I'll keep the timing. Don't worry.
Pakka.
Yeah, ma'am, pakka. It's
How many
10:20
minutes
right
will
now.
how many minutes will you keep the time?
Ma'am, ideally you told to them about 40 to 45 minutes, but they can extend it till 50.
Okay, good. So when I say start, you keep the time from there. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
So I hope the instructions are clear. There will be an evaluative session after the SLE, and I may also ask as an evaluator to you all the questions. So after the session, you jot down the points as well as jot down the queries that you have which you have not understood. So we will keep 5 to 7 minutes as inquiry session where you can ask questions and doubts. And later on will be your evaluative session. The title that I have given for this particular SLE is activity-based learning. So those who are doing their presentations will have to include activities based on their topics. Am I clear? So the title I have given is activity-based learning. With the activity, you will elicit the concept, principles, whatever content you want. Okay. So now we begin. It's 10:21, Rajesh. Please keep the time. Any questions from the participants, the presenters? Any question from the presenters? Don't get so nervous. Just keep calm and feel as if you're teaching your peer. It's peer teaching. It's activity-based learning. You've been doing this from first semester. So it's okay. Okay, good luck. 10:22, Rajesh, your time starts now. Participants, you can start. Presenters, you can start.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. Aarti, can you please share the screen?
My screen wasn't visible.
The screen was visible, the Zoom thing was visible.
Zoom thing was visible.
You all are wasting your time. Huh? Your time is already.
Is my screen visible?
I cannot share the screen, Ambika.
I have shared the screen already. Is my screen visible?
Yes, visible, visible.
So, good morning to one and all present here. Today, we are the group one who will be presenting on the topic of our presentation is multicultural education, and we will be presenting under the guidance of Dr. Luna Mansoori. So, let's start with our presentation. Aarti, can you play the video?
Yes, I can.
So before we actually move on to our actual presentation, we would first like to show you all a short video. So I hope everyone concentrated while watching the video. I have a few questions which are based on the video. So first, if we look, I'll be asked. So the question is, why do you all think the students were more, giving favor to the white doll as compared to the black doll?
Because of the preconceived notions, and it's always usually white that is considered beauty everywhere, and black is considered to be not beautiful and ugly. So, and the society has given us such an image which even they are seeing, the child is also seeing everywhere in everything that is happening around them.
Okay. And as you mentioned about the preconceived notion, from where do we think that this preconceived notion has arisen that blacks are not very good and only the whites are the one which have beauty and everything?
Maybe they themselves have experience.
Pardon?
Themselves they have experience with them.
The society.
The society.
Okay. And why do you think that society is something that always is in between?
Traditions and your culture is what is depicting them in such a way.
Okay.
Like how we have in India also, the South Indians who are dark skinned are not considered beautiful, and the people up in the north are always considered beautiful. They are fair, and that is why.
Okay. So now you told about the traditions and the society. So when we talk about multicultural education, it is basically a process in which we try to create equal opportunities. We know that the society has brought up a lot of prejudices, biases amongst everyone. So just in order to break those biases and break those prejudices, multicultural education is important. People from different communities, people from different cultures, people from different ethnic backgrounds are given equal opportunities to present themselves what they actually are. So if this was something that the society would have understood, that we are supposed to give equal opportunities and equal chances to everyone, we don't think that the in the video as it was shown that every person preferred a white doll instead of a black doll. But when they asked that why the black doll is you all are not favoring the black doll, so they said that the black doll is bad. The society has made such a strong image of that we start to believe into all of these biases and prejudices without even experiencing the reason behind it. And when they were asked to relate themselves to which doll do you all relate much, they did mention that we relate to the black doll, and after that they were upset because they fall into that category because people believe that blacks are bad. So this is something we need to eradicate. We need to neutralize the opinions. We need to give equal opportunities. So multicultural education as a topic has been given by James Bank, who is considered as the father of multicultural education. Now I would give the platform to Ms. Jayashree and she will be proceeding further.
Ambika, I'm sorry to interrupt, but the screen sharing is not happening.
Okay. I'll share the screen. Don't worry.
Thank you, Ambika. So as Ambika told about multiculturalism, so James Albert Banks is regarded as the pioneer and one of the founders of the disciplines of multicultural education. As you can see on the infographic also. Yes. In 1898, James Bank introduced his first book on multicultural education named Multicultural Education Issues and Perspective. Banks has written widely in fields of citizenship education and even in social studies education. There's one interview I came across. In an interview, James Bank narrated an incident when he was at a school to talk about multicultural education. When he was done, he was approached by a math teacher, and that math teacher told him that what you told is fine for social studies, but it has nothing to do with me. And his first reaction was anger, frustration. But then he thought, like, his role as scholar was to get beyond and realize that in the minds of the many people, multicultural education was simply content integration. So he developed the 5 dimensions of multicultural education to help educators see that content integration is important, but it is only the first dimension of multicultural education. And that multicultural education has at least 5 dimensions. So now we will talk more about what these 5 dimensions of multicultural education are and the implications of multicultural education with the help of various activities. So first activities which we'll start with is the jigsaw classroom approach. So before starting that, I will give you some instructions. So there will be 5 rooms, breakout rooms. Each breakout room will have one presenter in it, and we will be discussing about one dimension in each breakout room. So how will we will bifurcate all of us is in one breakout room there will be students from participants from 1 to 10 roll number, and then on the second breakout room 11 to 20, in third breakout room 21 to 30, in fourth 31 to 40, and in fifth 41 to 50. So this is how we will join the breakout rooms, and we always be given only 10 minutes to discuss, and then we'll come back to the main. Is all the instructions clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so let's join the breakout room now.
I hope everyone is back.
They are coming. I think
34 participants are there now.
I think Jayashree's room is there.
The breakout room will close in 20 seconds, so they'll be back in 20 seconds.
Oh, thank you, Amit.
Hello.
Yes, Jayashree.
Yes, Jayashree.
Jayashree, you can continue with the presentation now.
Yeah. So now when we have discussed.
Amit, can you mute yourself? Yes, Jayashree, start.
Yes. Am I audible properly? Yes.
Yes.
So right now we were in the main rooms. Where there were 5 rooms where we were discussing about the 5 dimensions of multicultural education. Now what we'll do is from every room, there will be 2 people who will go into the expert room. And then they will discuss about all the 5 dimensions of the multicultural education. So in the first room, there were only 1 to 10 roll numbers. Then in the second room, there were 11 to 20 and so on. Now what we will do is there are again 5 rooms, and in each room, like in the first room, the roll numbers with the unit digit as 1, like 1, 11, 21, 31, 41, that will go in the first room. The roll numbers with the unit digit as 1 and the roll number says unit digit at 2 will go in the room number 1, the group number 1. And similarly, in the group number 2, the unit digit, the roll numbers with unit digit 3 and unit digit at 4,
like 23, 33, 43. This will go in unit room 2. So how you are going to go in the room is basically room 1 will have 1 and 2's digit, unit digit. 3 will have 3, 2 will have 3 and 4. 3 will have 4 and 5, like this way, 5 and 6. So we have just made the breakout room and we have also highlighted which units you have to go through. So I hope that was clear to you all. I think they have understood. We should join them too.
Okay. Started joining the rooms.
Aarti, I didn't understand in which group I'll have to go. Like it's 40.
Shashikant, what is your roll number?
40.
So you have to go in room 5, the 10s. That is the last unit, unit 9 and 10.
All right, thank you.
Oh.
Aarti, roll number 45.
You will go in room number unit 5, 5 and 6. It is saying units 5 and 6.
What about roll number 39?
39 will go in
9
last
and
room,
10.
that is 9 and 10.
Units 9 and units 10. Please go to that.
Oh, okay. So we are going to go to the same room as decided, right? I'll go in 2.
Yeah.
Shall I join then? Is everyone allotted?
Let's join. Yeah.
I'll join the last in case if anyone needs any help. You guys join it.
Roll number 9 will go into the room number 9 and 10. That is the last room.
Okay, hold it.
So roll number 1, 11, 21, 31, 41 in room number 1. So, we'll also move.
Wait, can you tell me for roll number 5?
Roll number 5 will go to the room number 5 and 6. That is room number 3.
Room number 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Ma'am, 45 minutes have been completed.
Please inform your classmates, put it on the chat.
Yeah, ma'am, I've done that.
Also inform Vidhi and others.
Yes, I'm informed. Rajesh informed us.
Vidhi, don't start with the Padlet. I think we should go with the implications.
Okay. So I'd like to hand over the platform to Priyanka to move forward. Priyanka, you're not audible.
Maybe you can unmute yourself.
I think the host has muted everyone. Maybe that is the reason.
No, I can unmute myself.
No, actually, when you come into the main room, you're automatically muted. That's the setting from Ranjit sir.
All right. Thank you, Amit.
Yes,
Can you share the screen, Ambika?
Yes, one second.
So now when we have done with the expert room, we have come out expert room, we have discussed about the 5 dimensions of multiculturalism. So the method we have used is Jigsaw Classroom. The Jigsaw Classroom technique, as we know, that involves the children of different races, classes, gender, and nationality working together cooperatively on academic projects. So according to the studies, it has been found that over 8 weeks, the empathy scores of children in Jigsaw Classroom increased and intergroup relationship was improved. So this type of purposeful grouping can be replicated in almost any classroom as long as there's some diversity among people is existed. So for multicultural education, Jigsaw Classroom approach is the one of the approach so that we can integrate multicultural education into the classroom. So now I would like to hand over the platform to Vidhi.
Vidhi,
Thank,
it is Priyanka Jayashree. Yes.
okay. Thank you, Jayashree. Now, after we have studied about 5 dimensions of multicultural education, let us now proceed to the implication of multicultural education. Since we all know India is a culturally diverse country, the majority of classrooms in India contain students from diverse culture who belong to different culture. So here one thing I would like to make, I would like you to keep in mind that when we talk of culture, then it does not only means traditions and religion, but it also includes races, language, socio-economic condition, ethnicity, gender, and living conditions. To combine all these in an education and classroom involves lots of creativity and management skill on part of educator. So here I would like to share some of the strategy which we all can use along with some other method to stimulate teaching and learning in a multicultural education environment. First is through curriculum. The curriculum is a vehicle, I can say a vehicle to promote multicultural education in classroom. In order to facilitate multicultural education, the curriculum should be inclusive, which not only addresses cultural diversity but also remove any form of discrimination or biases. For example, we can include music, dance, tradition, etc. of different cultures as a part of curriculum. NPF 2020 three language policy is also a positive step in this direction. We can also include topics like changing family, the food we eat, through which we can also depict and explain diverse socio-economics and cultural background. Second we can do is through co-curricular activities. I think co-curricular activities are the easiest way to foster multicultural education among students. Here the teacher can take help of various strategies and activities like role playing, cooperative learning, group discussion, community participation. They can organize field visit, organization of numerous cultural activities which help in a multicultural classroom setting. I would like to give an example of our cultural kaleidoscope project, how we all as a culturally diverse group explored and learned about different culture through cooperative learning, how we formed a strong interpersonal relationship with our peers who were from different culture. So such kind of activities not only assist students to accept but also to respect people from the different cultural backgrounds. Next is role of schools. School atmosphere plays an important role in multicultural education. The organizational culture of the school should be as to allow all those who are involved in a school system to contribute to a school management to a degree. The vision and mission of the school, policies, practices, rules, ethos, all and like many other things, all should be based on democratic principle. The school management system, the decision making system, and general atmosphere in the school should be inclusive and participatory. Here I would like to again give an example from our college, which is our student council group, how it represents students from different cultural background. In our class, no community should feel that they have been discriminated against or left behind. Such kind of practices, when we follow in a school, it promotes cultural harmony in a school. So we can say that BTTC follows and practices multicultural education, right? Can we say that?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Next is role of teacher. In my opinion, as compared to other factors, the role of teacher is of utmost importance. Why I'm saying so is because it is not possible to include all culture in the curriculum. So any void which is left by others strategies can be filled by teachers only. In order to do this, teacher must start from self transformation. That is by taking out time to understand different cultures and learn the background of the student. This knowledge then should be included and incorporated in the teaching and learning experiences or lesson plans while making the lesson plans. Also, teacher must be conscious while answering any query. He or she must be vigilant for any kind of discrimination happening in the school, and immediate action must be taken for that. Since here we are discussing the role of teacher and we all are going to become a teacher, so I would like to ask a question which was asked by a girl to her teacher. First of all, I would like to ask which day is celebrated on a 5th September?
Teachers Day.
Teachers Day.
Yes, you're right. And in whose memory of birthday is it celebrated for?
Dr. Radhakrishnan.
Radhakrishnan.
Yes. So a girl asked to her teacher, why do we celebrate the birth anniversary of a Brahmin male, Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, as Teachers Day and not a Mali or Shudra, India's first female teacher, Savitribai Phule's birth anniversary as a Teachers Day? If this question was asked to you, then what would you have said to that girl as a teacher? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you are audible, but I think they are brainstorming themselves to answer the question.
Okay. Let them
How much
brainstorm.
more time you all have gone beyond time?
Ma'am, I think we will take only 5 minutes.
Yes, ma'am, just 5 minutes.
Okay.
So no one is coming with the answer. So should we have that girl with that attitude to move forward?
No, we can clear the whatever the child's having the thinking of that key in the caste community. So we can clear in a very means according to her understanding as a child, we can make clear that there is no differences between the caste, but something is special. That's why we are celebrating her birthday as a teacher. We can make this clear.
Yes, we can also say that. I would like to share my opinion what I would have said to her. Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, when became a president, all people have started celebrating his birthday. So he suggested that instead of celebrating my birthday, it would be my honor if my birthday is celebrated as a Teacher's Day. So it was a request by Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan to celebrate his birthday as Teacher's Day. Not people have started celebrating his birthday on their own as a Teacher's Day. So there is no discrimination or any kind of biasness towards anyone here. So I would like to say that to girl. Next is the cultural background of student. Student must express interest in the ethnic background of their student by making them share about their culture. This will help students to know the cultural background of their peers and dispel any myths about other cultures. Here, I would like to also ask one more question. Who won the silver medal for India at Tokyo Olympic 2021?
Mirabai Chand.
Mirabai Chand.
Was she Indian? Is she?
Yes, she is.
She is Indian.
She's from Nepal.
Okay. Why did I ask you a last question was because few days ago I read a line by a student from Northeast region which really hit me hard. The line I would like to say that goes like that. If you are from Northeast India, you can only become an Indian only when you win a medal or achieve something big. Otherwise, we are known as Chinky, Chinese, Nepalis, or a new addition, Corona. Do you agree? As a friend of her, I would like to ask you, do you agree with her?
Yes, I do agree.
Why?
Yes.
I think Northeast
Because that's the way it is.
people from Northeast face a lot of racism, including their dietary. Like people automatically assume that, you know, all the people from Northeast eat dog meat or eat all those other things. I think we should also respect their culture as well as their food habits.
Yes. We should definitely do that, because if we do not address it, then there will be a rising of intolerance and hatred, which is against our Indian constitution. Next is involving parents in effort towards positive multiculturalism. The CNS IPS survey has found out that 43% do not tell their children about other culture and races, and 41% do not tell their children that racism is bad. So it becomes the duty of the teacher that they involve parents also in fostering multicultural education. Parents need to be informed about the school's multicultural policy, so that they can also contribute to a positive atmosphere that will build respect and tolerance towards people with different beliefs. So I would like to just conclude that diversity in Indian school is both an opportunity as well as challenge. Therefore, by creating a multicultural environment in a classroom, the teacher is of advantage, because the payoff is worth the efforts, as each student learns acceptance and the importance of diversity. Now, I would like to share. I would like to hand over the platform to Aarti. Aarti, over to you.
Thank you, Priyanka, for being such elaborative examples and giving them a realistic view about how multiculturalism education or multicultural society actually functions and what role it plays in an educational field. It is most important to understand that multiculturalism is important with respect to, it is not just with respect to India, but in other countries of the world as well. But India being a diverse country, it becomes an obligation. It becomes a duty of the curriculum designer or the content creators or the teachers as well to address each and every culture, if possible, in a manner and create harmony in the students. And hence, multicultural education is one of the topics that is included in our syllabus too, because we are going to be the future teachers, and hence it is important to address all these things in the minds of the teachers, so that they can, if such situation arises in the future, teacher knows how to address it. For evaluative stage, ma'am, we have a quiz, but if you allow us, we'll do it, or maybe we can do it after your feedback. Lubna, ma'am.
I don't want the quiz. I'm bored with quiz now. You can orally ask few questions to the audience.
Okay, so we have also a Padlet thing. If Vidhi, you can do that.
I think that's better. Not more than 3 to 4 minutes. When we will do feedback, when we'll do it 11:30 or
Vidhi, just start fast.
Vidhi, share the Padlet link.
I've shared the Padlet link with everyone. Could you all just log in? And I'll share my screen. Okay. I just want you all to write what you all have understood in all these dimensions. Oh, I started getting responses. That's lovely. Okay, knowledge construction has teacher as a facilitator. Okay, that's right. And equity pedagogy means to give equal opportunities to all students in a classroom. That's absolutely correct. Okay. Anyone for content integration? Yes, in empowering school, there is self-transformation. Very good. Lovely. I'm happy to know that you all have actually understood all these dimensions so well. Cultural diversity in content. Lovely. Yes, you need to promote a secular society. That's true. Anyone for prejudice reduction? Okay, irrational judgments. That's right. Need to be avoided. Open discussions, very good. In content integration, yes, need to be done. Thinking beyond stereotypes and prejudice reduction, yes. So I think all of us have understood what these 5 dimensions actually mean, and what the role of a teacher or an institute or even the parents for that matter can be. Yes, I think we should end now. Thank you.
Please take a screenshot of this and keep or share the link in your PPT for this Padlet.
Yes, ma'am, I will do that.
Okay. Y'all will say Lubna ma'am always starts with a negative note. I don't know.
No, ma'am, we won't say that. We would like to hear every feedback from you.
No, see,
Whether it
first
is
and foremost,
positive or negative.
I would again gallery view. I want to see all of you all switch on your cameras.
And we are on cameras. I'll spotlight everyone.
Everyone you will spotlight.
I mean the participants, man.
No, I don't want the participants. I want the others also a part of it. Presenters will be later. Now I want all students to switch on their videos and show me their faces.
Gallery view is there.
All of you all switch on your cameras. Monday morning, come on. I know it's boring. Sunday evening ही thoughts ऐसे होते हो, tomorrow Monday. And presentation है तो और worst. Which non-verbal communication would you like to give to your peer groups for the presentation? Oh, Hamid, very good. Hamid has done it. Come on, others. What non-verbal communication gesture would you like to show to your peers who's done today's presentation? Hamid has done this. Others, this. Okay, Reshma. What about others? Okay, Avani, clap. Kinjal, clap. What else? Nagraj. Thumbs up. Okay. What else? Okay. What verbal words would you like to give to your students, to your peers for the presentation?
Amazing.
In appreciation. Please write down on the chat and tell Ranjit sir to share the chat. Have this about chat also. Huh? The picture. Yes. Come on. Amazing. What else? Nice presentation. मुझे ये डिक्शनरी से फीडबैक के लिए ये वर्ड नाइस निकालना है. Perfectly blended teaching, wonderful, very good. Great way of explaining the concept, very good. What else? Talk about the methodology that they have used, little bit appreciation for the methodology that they have used. All tool used. What all tools used means? Jigsaw method, very good. Technique was used, very good. Padlet, very good. Interactive, well-planned session, very good. Okay, so you've given, I think, wonderful feedback, and even I agree with each and every feedback given by your peers. Keep up your efforts. I really, really appreciate You have totally included the activity or the methodology that I wanted. To all of you all, as you have done the presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. I hope there are no boys in your group. Okay. Next, regarding, let's take each step one by one. First and foremost, the introduction on concept of multicultural education. It was good, no doubt, but there were few pointers lacking in it, because in your examination, you will get a question on, please write down when I'm discussing, write down the question for that unit, what likely questions can come. So a short note on concept of multicultural education, concept. So you've given me, and I appreciate the posters prepared by you. Were they ready-made or you all made it?
I'm Aarti made.
Where's Aarti? आरती तुझे तो मुझे क्लासेस देना ही पड़ेगा.
No, ma'am, ऐसा मत बोलो आप.
अब मैं किधर रिसोर्स पर्सन जाऊंगी तो you will be with me.
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Okay, so fantastic. I would say, please pick pictures and add in over there, or share it on the class group, and I would write the comment over there. The concept was lacking few more pointers if you could have included, because when I say a 5 marks, at least 1.5 pages is required. So that we will do later on, but the concept was clearly done. Then the dimensions was, I think you did a good job by forming the breakout rooms, by being, each member was a part of the group, the presenters I'm talking, sharing the notes with them and discussing it. I think these are some ways which we don't forget, because we put in our own perspective over here. And when we read on our own, we focus more on reading, because you know there'll be a question answer session, and it will be that this topic is not being covered. So I appreciate the content related to the topic was also superb, to the point. I would say wonderfully created, analyzed, put forth in a very systematic manner. So I think the content was superb. You can share the content. First, you share the full PDF with me, the Word doc, then we will share it with the students so that they can have a backup of whatever we have done. Regarding the presenters, were confident, good teamwork, well prepared. The approach was correct, moved in the right direction, impressed Lubna ma'am a lot. You have reached that benchmark which I was expecting from you. Okay, so I have no hard feelings towards you all that you didn't take guidance. Then later on, I thought, why should I put my ideas to you all? Let me see what ideas you come up. I was not upset, not angry at all. But then I thought, even I need to learn something from my students. Why not learn it in this manner? Okay. Any more suggestions, feedback that you all want? Have you understood the concept, students? I'm talking to the whole class.
Yes, ma'am.
What is multicultural education? Can someone tell me in short, 2 to 3 lines, what is multicultural education other than the presenters?
Ma'am, making students understand about all the cultures that are there and explaining them that all play equal important role.
Very good. What else? What else?
Ma'am, somewhere about how the teacher is also playing an important role with regards to the biasness,
Let's keep the teacher role aside. I'm talking about the concept of multicultural over here. Someone rightly pointed out.
About understanding the multiculturalism and also the social aspect about how it is integrated in knowledge construction.
In simple words, I would say multicultural education would be acceptance, appreciation, understanding of the differences and similarities that exist in different cultures. appreciation, understanding of different. See, we highlight the differences. We need to understand in India, India is a multicultural country. We always highlight the negative part. We never highlight the positive or the similarities that can lead us to a long way. Right? Whenever you start with differences. But have you ever made the student realize that your own classroom is an example of multicultural classroom? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
My own class, I'm sitting with my class of 45 and 50, along with the teacher, coming from diverse backgrounds and cultures. Okay? Each house has their own culture. Culture, I would say, in sociology, we say it is that complex whole, W-H-O-L-E, which includes language, which includes food, which includes not culture, but it would dress, okay, the religion that you belong to. So it's a combination of many things when I say multicultural. Now, I take a simple example from your own classroom. Let me share my example. You will feel happy about it. I come from a minority background. Okay. Now let me talk about my home culture. Though I come from a minority background, I have all the freedom in my life to do which was given by my parents. Okay. I was asked, means we were given the freedom to intermingle, interact, call anyone, maybe boy, maybe girl at home. Okay, but it should be that you should call someone to your home rather than you going home, someone's house. And with that, you won't believe, in my college life, I've always learned so many things from other people, not belonging to my own community, not belonging to my own religion. But when you're exposed to a variety of cultures, what happens? You learn so many things. The food style in my house would be different from Vidhi, Ambika, or maybe Pooja. See the difference, see the diversity in itself. See the clothing, see the diversity in that. See the background from which the child comes from, the country, the native place that he comes from, the experience that he gets to the class. What is this? This is nothing but multicultural education. Food happened, clothing happened, marriage. How does marriage take place? Now, if you go in your original way of marriage, in ours, we don't have that elaborative receptions or anything. In an ideal way, I'm talking about. But this is man-made, that has happened, that we should have gathering, we should make people eat, we should do this. In fact, it is a very small gathering in a house, when we have marriages. It's like 2 people, 2 family coming, a few people from the girl side, few people from the boy side, and there's a priest who comes and takes signature. The girl doesn't have to be present. In many times, the girl's signature is taken in advance 1 day prior. So you see there's so much of difference. Take an example of Hindu marriage practices. What happens over there? You have those 7 vows that you take around the fire. The significance of it is different. Where do we talk about these significance in classes? Where do we talk about these differences, and what similarities does this particular practice has? Now, if you see in both, there is husband and wife. In both has to be loyal to each other. Both have to be good partners. No religion teaches any other thing. Am I right? Am I right? The basic tenets is the same. If we come from India, we have to have diverse culture. If you go abroad and you say you're from India, what is the first thing? Oh, India, it's a multicultural country. There's so many things happening in India. You take different state. When you go to these different states, learning takes place. Where do we travel? Where do we travel? We don't travel. Hardly we know about our own country, students, frankly speaking. Tell me the truth. We are so fascinated by countries abroad that we never explored our own country. Right? So this is what multicultural positive attitudes toward people, culture, very good, Azmina, coexistence and tolerance. Also, Kinjal, add a word equity. Equity is the base. Why is that diversity? There are problems in diversity. Why there is diversity?
When we don't understand and respect other culture.
Yes, we don't understand and respect other cultures. Though we are born in a country where we celebrate, respect so many cultures. So many festivals are there. I'm sure like a common friend, you do visit during Ganpati, though you may not be worshipping, though that may not be your God, but you do go sit over there with your friends, enjoy, have the sweets, enjoy with friends, sit and come back. Am I right? During Eid, you may go to someone else's house and you may visit and see and have that and come back. Exchange of recipes. How much we exchange? Yeah, constructing a global classroom. Yes. When I say multiculturalism, it is not only local. We are talking from a global perspective. How many of us include global perspective in our teaching? I love the example shared by someone about the sports. We are so worried about our own country. But what about countries, those who have won, and what about the people who have given their dedication and hard work towards it? I think there was a post on someone in a marathon race where the person forgot the main line and he thought he's completed the race. And the person who behind him pushed him to say that you've not completed, run and get yourself. So he was questioned, why did you do that? You had the chance of winning. But he said he had already won. So how many of us have that thought? We are in that rat race. We are in that competition. We forget to respect. We forget to appreciate. We forget to understand. As someone wrote in the Padlet, a simple example, Muslims are allowed to have 4 marriages. It's not something joyful or enjoyable. People have misinterpreted it. People means our own community, people have misinterpreted. I will not talk about others. The reason why 4 marriages are allowed, I'm just giving you a simple example to understand. So that it is that you get married to people who are widow girls, women who are widows, who do not have support. In order to support them, give them security, you get a second marriage, you do second marriage or third marriage, not for enjoyment. But what have people used it for? एक नहीं तो दूसरी, दूसरी नहीं तो तीसरी, तीसरी नहीं तो fourth one. So we forget the base why that particular community, religion are doing that. We do not go in the base. Now, if you have that, we all have that stereotype notion that if you are a Muslim, there is no freedom, you can't do this, you can't do that. Am I right? Tell me frankly, that is what it is. If you see that our Prophet learned the business skills from a woman, that skills were taught to him by a woman. So equal status is given in all religion. As I say, the basic tenets, they are the same, only the face or the names may be different. Then why do we have so much of differences? Why hatred? Why so much that a teacher cannot unite the class together and make the child understand the importance of tolerance, appreciation, respect? I hope I'm clear with multicultural education now.
Yes, ma'am.
Concept. Yes. Someone wanted to contribute. Yes. Someone wanted to contribute. Someone said something. Okay. So when I used to do this topic in class, I used to identify 4 to 5 students from different religions. And I used to tell cultures, I would not use the word religion. We basically always use the word religion, which is a part of that culture, part of the word culture. So I call upon 4 to 5 students from different cultures. I ask them to speak about their background, where they were brought up, the cultures, the marriage practice, the education, the interaction, the communication that takes place in their home, their experiences at home as well as outside in the classroom. To be taught about tolerance. Very true, Avanti. Home is where everything starts. And you must have many times noticed that students compare that he eats a particular thing, therefore I don't want to be a friend of that particular person. These things are still existing.
Yes, ma'am, I also experienced with friends.
And we, as that belonging to that, we should respect. I have my majority friends who are from different culture. But when I go out for lunch or dinner, I respect. I don't call for a non-veg food or an item. I can at least respect that. I do that at home. Why can't I respect over here? And I have my mentor who's never objected. Whenever I go out, she first thing tells me that, Lubna, if you want to order a non-veg, I'm absolutely fine. But it's like, with me, it depends how I take it. एक दिन मैं नहीं खाऊंगी तो कुछ हो नहीं जाएगा. So it's the same thing. So I hope the concept, these examples are clear in the classroom, that we are talking about cultures and various types. When there are fights, the teacher herself is unable to sort out the fight. Partiality, prejudices, because that teacher belongs to that particular religion or culture, she favors. And we all are human beings. It tends to happen very unnaturally. Believe me or no. Tell me the truth. When you come in class, not this class, I'm talking about school also. How do we used to choose our friends initially? First and foremost, it would be the highest scoring student in the class. कौन अच्छी है क्लास पढ़ने में? मुझे उससे फ्रेंडशिप करना है ताकि नोट्स और वो सब इजीली अवेलेबल हो जाए. Am I right? That's the mentality. Ability again comes in multicultural education. Secondly, what happens? Arey, she's not from my religion. I will have to struggle to get into her good books. Right? Second thing, if that person liked you, then nothing like it. You don't have to struggle anymore. So we all have that. When we come to classroom, we have a stereotype, judgmental, I would say, prejudices that we come with in the classroom. And we expect that our students also come with that prejudices and stereotype notions. Right? So it's very important. When I tell my students to interact, I have nothing personal grudges with them. It's just that I want them to be a part of the class. I know many of y'all may not be comfortable, but you have entered a profession of teaching where you have to talk, talk, talk. How can you be silent? If you don't interact and communicate here, what will you do for your demos and other things when you go for a job? It's always said, I will do it later. My daughter always says, if I tell her do this, when it is going to come, I will do it. But habits are from initially. Na. My mom always used to say, habits jo bachpan se set hui hai, wo you will continue. A human being cannot change suddenly. And if he wants to change, it is a lot of struggle for that human being to change. Because he's in that set pattern. Okay, so I complete here with the concept of multicultural. The 5 dimensions were beautifully explained. I went to each and every breakout rooms and I could see a lot of interactions and sharing was taking place. But I would appreciate if few of you all could share those examples in the class now. I'm sure you all were discussing each content, the example. So I would appreciate if first content integration example can be shared by the participants in the class.
Ma'am, Reshma was sharing an example and we were called to the main meeting. So I think we can proceed with Reshma.
Okay. Yes, Reshma.
Ma'am, while teaching in the class a poem Cherry Tree by Ruskin Bond, so as we know that this poem means I have gone through this poem. So like each stanza is showing and revealing about the struggle which that cherry tree has taken. Means according to the season wise, it means growing new and then struggling with the rain, heavy rain, stormy rain, and then coming, the hope is there, the stubbornness to give up, means never give up. So that is till the end, the hope is there ki I will struggle and I will fight again and I will come up with the positiveness. So like about trees and about the struggle, so we can take example of like the what are the importance and benefit of tree, so that can relate to the tree. So the content about the integration, like I can first related to the
No, Reshma, I'm talking about you're talking about a tree. You have not understood the multicultural education. When you're teaching this poem, what multicultural aspect will you include over here?
like
What content other than that you will include? Here we are not comparing the tree and the qualities. We are talking about the elements of multicultural education. As someone said that in content integration, we can include people. I think Hamid was saying something that we include people whose name are not being mentioned. We always talk about freedom fighters which are mentioned in the book, but we don't take a global perspective as well as other perspective in the freedom struggle. I'm sure these were the main people, but without support of others, it would have not been possible.
Yes, ma'am.
So we are talking of multicultural from that perspective. Reshma, do not confuse yourself.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, let's take the next knowledge construction process. Any example?
Yes, ma'am. I was from that group. Aarti had given us an example about terrorist. Like what we feel is that terrorist belongs to only Islamic community, but it
Okay.
is not that. It is terrorist has no caste. So
Right.
it is on depending on your mindset how you are, and that way we can understand that what how that terrorism is not a community, it's just people get into wrong ways.
Ma'am, even the video
Knowledge, we are talking about knowledge construction, the second dimension, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes. So how come this example can be a part of this? What
Ma'am.
knowledge are you constructing over here?
Ma'am, when we are dealing with the topic about some terrorism or some hindrance to the constitution idea, and when we talk about terrorism, and then if we ask students about what they feel about it, and then there are this particular notion that the child comes up with, that he might have heard it from his background or the social or in the family also about it. So here, as a constructing a knowledge for a teacher in the process of knowledge construction, which is already a set of preconception about terrorism, that it is basically with the Islamic country, a teacher here has to intervene and tell about when the knowledge is constructed, that it is not something like in this manner. So this was an example which actually was fixing the knowledge construction. Similarly, when another topic is taken into consideration about how different culture work in the society, or Western culture or European culture, in that manner, when knowledge construction happens, we have to focus on how we can eliminate the prejudices that is happening in the are prevailing in the society while constructing the knowledge. So that was the basic idea. I think
So
that
when we say knowledge construction, if I'm not wrong, please correct me. The knowledge which is already constructed, you need to clarify and make new knowledge and come up with the clarification of which was already existing, which was of a stereotype.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. And next is equity prejudice reduction. I'm sure this everyone knows about it. Prejudice reduction, what happens? A small example, if someone can share from the classroom. Prejudice reduction.
So, ma'am, as we were discussing in the class, in the breakout room also, that if a North East Indian student is introduced in the class, there are so many prejudices which are like attached to that person. So students will tease him or her. So what a teacher can do about that? When teacher has already acknowledged that this is something which is going to happen, what the teacher can do? So what we can do is that we can bring the student in the class and tell the students to talk about himself or herself, where he comes from, what his culture looks like, what the beauty of the place he used to live in, what his home place looks like. And that is how when we educate students, they automatically prejudices will reduce. And when we interact,
One simple example. That's right, Jayashree. One simple example: when teachers are hired, even there are prejudice. What happens? How prejudices exist over there when people individual or teachers or any job they are hired? What is looked into?
Ma'am, so basically for you have a teacher usually for subjects like English or which is more emotional type of subjects, a female teacher is always hired, and for your science and mathematics always a male teacher is preferred, like that, because that's what they have a prejudice about.
Very good. And when someone says I'm a teacher, male says that I'm a teacher, what is the reaction? And especially when the teacher is a social humanities teacher, what happens?
He's not they judge his male character, whether how manly he is or not, because he's a that's not typically a male job.
Ma'am, female as like a emotional and male as a like a strong,
emotionally weak.
No, ma'am. This is
but you see many schools prefer male teachers. When there is a male, if there are 4 candidates and if one is male, they'll see that one male has been taken, means hired. There may be some prejudices, maybe that if it is a co-ed, so the boys are more comfortable with the male teachers and not so comfortable with female teachers. What do you think?
Ma'am, sometimes it's also that the male teacher can be a bit more strict than the female teacher.
Okay.
So the voice, the voice modulation that they can have is always better than a female teacher.
And also the prejudice, what we talk about hiring, that they ask you from which religion you are, the background.
Ma'am, even caste surnames.
Yes, very true. And even with students, it happens that if they know that the teacher is belonging to this so-and-so or a particular religion or culture, what happens? The child is more comfortable. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, even in a few other schools, they hire parents on they give admission to students on basis of what their parents do. So if both the parents are working, for example, they will hire them, but only professionals like lawyers, CAs, only those category students, they are accepted in schools.
I'll tell you which school, BIS and Bombay Scottish.
Yeah, I didn't want to name the school, but
no, that's okay. See, we are going to be teachers. We need to understand, we discuss all these things so that when if you get hired in that, you know what culture that school has. And also each school has their own culture. Each institution, each organization has their own culture. We need to get adapted and adopted in that culture.
I have also seen that the schools, they give admission to students on basis of how rich or poor that parent is. If at all they take a middle class child into the school, they will not give that parent priority, meaning they'll not take their suggestions into consideration. But if a richer parent is giving a suggestion, then that is taken into consideration because it has been strongly put and they do not want to disappoint those parents.
Right, very true. And also when you see people coming from marginalized group students, what is the notion of a teacher? He doesn't know anything. He may not have that ability because he's not exposed. He doesn't come from so-and-so status, therefore he doesn't know. But what do you know? That he may be the brightest child in the class. Right? So these prejudice reductions as teachers, we need to understand. And we come with a preconceived notion. जिसने जवाब दिया वो अच्छा स्टूडेंट है, ब्रिलियंट है. जिसने जवाब नहीं दिया, he is not a brilliant child. He doesn't know anything. We evaluate students on the basis of that. But we forget as a teacher that we need to include them in your classroom.
Also, ma'am, with the, I think, with regards to multiculturalism, the surname as well. When you get to know someone's surname, you automatically have a conception about the person, about what background he would be, and what. So it is more about the culture is the cultural idea, the society that gives us through naming itself is another notion. For example,
Labeling.
even if labeling it. There might be a girl whose name is Krishna, but we would always think that Krishna is a male. We all might take a perception that, okay, this surname Shah or Jain or someone belongs to Gujarati community only, or something. We, by surname itself, we highlight what practices they would do.
Right. Let's take one example of this, an equity pedagogy and empowering school. I think empowering school culture, you all were quite good enough. In the sense, I'm not saying you all were bad, but there was a lot of students have understood that is a simple example, cultural kaleidoscope. Activities that can have more of a cultural, multicultural background or goals of multicultural background. What about equity pedagogy? I want the other students to participate. Why only the presenters are saying, the others have not understood? Interaction, yes, right. Yes, see, the reason why cooperative learning strategies have coming in because of this reason also to inculcate the multicultural concept, grouping them in different groups. Every class, the teacher groups them differently. So that is also where you develop the quality of tolerance towards each other, right? Okay, last equity pedagogy example, someone can give me. Equity pedagogy from the classroom, not the presenters.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'll need 5 more minutes. Sorry, Meenakshi, ma'am.
No problem. No problem.
Ma'am,
Yes.
so I don't know if this is a proper example, but I've usually seen that, you know, your English teachers are always those that are Christians because they've always been associated with being good in the English pedagogy. And, you know, the teachers of English and history usually in most of the schools. Then I've seen for Hindi, you have your typical proper Hindu Brahmin teachers who are usually there, like the ones, and you know, they are associated with the ones who are like, that's an image I have seen in my schools. Like she's the one who's always dressed in the sari with the sindoor, and a typical Hindi teacher is always there. She talks pure Hindi only, and they're very like that. And for my maths and science teacher, I have always seen that they're the ones who are usually someone from a more open you know, culture and tradition, usually from the Army Navy type family. So we've always found this difference in our pedagogy.
Pooja, we are not talking from that perspective. Again, you'll have taken the dimension in a different perspective. When I say equity pedagogy, I mean to say the pedagogies that are used in the classroom. Pedagogies means the art of teaching. So the students' learning styles, Hamza, wait, I'll ask you, learning styles, how does the class react to some activities, strategies? That is what we are talking about equity pedagogy. When we are talking about equity pedagogy, we are talking about inclusion of all the students in the classroom with regard to learning teaching process. Am I right, the presenters?
Like
the socialization process that we are talking
Yes,
about.
ma'am, and how a teacher needs to adapt to that, and how she needs to change her teaching aids, her teaching strategies. All of that
Resources,
is also
everything,
included.
keeping in mind that the value of equity.
Ma'am, like for example, how the presenter involve all the 50 students while dividing the jigsaw. So
Yes,
that was the
very
main example, equity.
Very good, Reshma. So I think now we've completed all the 5 dimensions we've discussed. They have given you educational implications. I feel everyone has understood the concept of multicultural education. I would like to congratulate the presenters of today. I missed out on the appreciation of the doll experiment, which was given by, I think, Bandura, if I'm not mistaken.
Ma'am, Einstein.
No. Einstein gave the quote, but I'm saying when I read about Dr. Bandura, who passed away, he was known for the doll experiment, I think so. Please read up and tell me if I'm not wrong.
And that is a different doll experiment. The experiment that he gave was on Bobo doll, which showed aggression, but this is a different experiment.
Okay, these are 2 different examples.
Yes, ma'am. This
experiments.
was given by psychologists Kenneth and Mamie Clark.
Many Clark, yes.
Okay, so I really appreciate your introduction, because usually as we say that we are trying here to accept the differences. So you all started with that, we had that preconceived notion that white is beautiful and black is ugly. So I really loved that. And you've also given me many ideas. Jigsaw, yes, it's a wonderful way of, you have used the methodology of equity pedagogy over here by using jigsaw puzzle. So this is one example of equity pedagogy that I can talk about this multicultural education. So I think a fantastic, fabulous presentation by y'all. I myself learned a lot, and I think I've picked up many ideas from y'all, and definitely I'll too would incorporate it. Students, class, do you want to say anything? Anyone wants to? Yes, include Avanti, include examples from all cultures. Very well said. Yes.
Ma'am, it was first presentation where it was not the presenters who are speaking. So it didn't get boring. It was like we ourselves understood the concept, and first we understood on the small base. That was, I understood only about knowledge, and after that in the second group we came to know about all the 5 things. Yes, ma'am.
See, in this topic, you will be asked concept of multicultural education, goals or dimensions of multicultural education, the 5 dimensions, and the educational implications of multicultural education in the classroom. So these 3 likely questions that come in from this topic. See, I missed out on something important I wanted to say. I missed out. Forget it. If I remember, I'll tell you. What did you say? Someone say, I liked the way that they did not use the PowerPoint presentation. Typical style. Unique style by using posters and teaching. I loved that. Very good.
Ma'am, here we have done half, we can say that half of the revision is like other understanding ho gaya, matlab pad ke.
Yes, ma'am. If you see the infographic, if you just see the infographic also, you are prepared for one topic, I feel.
But this is the easiest topic, and let me share, I did my PhD on multicultural education, and I have a book on multicultural education online. If you see, there'll be my name and my topic, which is my thesis, which I have done in 2007, when this concept was not introduced at all. Till 2006 and 7, no one knew about multicultural education. Slowly by 2012 and 13, people started adding these concepts in B.Ed and other courses. So I was very grateful to my guide, who really gave me a topic which I wanted from a sociology as well as an education background. Keep it up, students. I enjoy being with you all in the class. I really wait to come to class and learn from you all. Yes. Who's that? And I'm sure you also look forward to meeting me.
Yes, ma'am. Now, yes, obviously, sure, ma'am.
Hamid, thank you. Thank you, Hamid. So I think the concept is quite clear. I need that hands up or hands, whatever you can show me that, yes, ma'am, the concepts are clear. Let me see how many can write an answer on this. Good. a teacher is successful when the concepts are clear to the students. Okay. Not only using resources is one way, but how effectively you use to convey that concept. That is also important. Thank you so much. Now I don't know, I am going to meet you all on Saturday. It's so sad. The Saturday presenters, please keep in mind that you will have to do one activity in order to come up with teach the concept. It may be critical thinking. There are variety of activities, problem solving you can use as a game session over here for the problem solvers, and many other activities. If you go, it's all based on life skills, critical thinking, problem solving, decision making. All these are life skills which you can use. And I want you all to make students do activities. You can have your Word doc, share the link, ask them to do, write down, whatever. But the main crux is activity-based learning. I have given the title, so all the activities should be included. Thank you so much, and I apologize to Dr. Lat. Is ma'am there? Meenakshi Lat.
No worries.
Ma'am, extremely sorry. I took a lot of time of your lecture. I'm extremely sorry. They had the SLE, so we just went on, and the topic was multicultural. So it went on and on and on. But ma'am, I would appreciate my students. They did not use the typical PPT. They used posters. Can you show the poster to Meenakshi, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, I'll share.
That's a really lovely idea.
So I said not the typical way of presenting. I like that. And also they used the jigsaw where they had that 5 dimensions of James Bank, where they made groups, they studied together, shared, and they came back and shared with the whole class.
Just a minute, the doc is loading.
So ma'am, on the basis of these 3 posters, they taught with a small video of 3-4 minutes.
Wow, lovely. James Banks.
I'm from here it starts.
Yeah.
And in the breakout rooms, we even used a detailed Word document for each and every dimension. And this was just a simple, brief idea to give them a heads up about what are we going to do. And in the next breakout room, we discussed it in a detail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
Thank
nice.
you so much,
Well
ma'am.
done.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me your precious time from your lecture.
No problem. They have SDC now.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking, do you all need like a, it's time.
12:15.
Do you all need like a break for about 2-3 minutes?
Yes, ma'am.